Good morning, you filthy animals. Happy Tuesday. Didn't trade yesterday because it was no news Monday. Volatility was not there. Whoops. And we'll share that yet. Yesterday's market, this was it. This was the entire morning session. I'm going to do a quick trading recap. I took two trades this morning, one on my Combine and one on my XFA. The one on my Combine, attempted a reversal on the XFA. Didn't work out, continued in longs. And honestly, thinking back to it, I probably shouldn't have taken the trade. It was very strong confirmation, but it went against my bias, and we just continued higher. I'll kind of explain why I took the trade though. Longs, it was pretty easy longs this morning. Accumulation right here, pre-market, manipulation here. I was looking for us to sweep these lows and then get a reversal, which is exactly what happened. We swept these lows, broke structure, created all these gaps. I got in, let me see. What is today? 14th at 9:02. So I got in at 573. Just about right here. We invalidated and inversed this gap. That's whenever I took my entry, stopped down here at these lows, and then we just continued higher. There was no real drawdown during that trade. Took partials at 665 and then full TP at 746, which were these London highs. That's whenever I started looking for a reversal and taking a short on my XFA. The reason for that being was that all we had left was these pre-market London highs and then Asia highs, which are really freaking high. I don't want us to continue higher. I would like us to keep coming down so that way we can stay away from all-time highs. We do have this 4-hour order block all the way up here, which we're slowly approaching. And so honestly, if we hit that, that might be a good opportunity for shorts. The problem is, if we don't hit that and we break through it, or if we do hit that and we break through it, we're gonna make new all-time highs and be up in this range again. And I just don't like being up there. I don't like trading up there. But you gotta trade what the market gives you. So we took longs, got out for full TP, went in 5 contracts, partials at 3, took off 3, and then with a little bit of a pullback into this gap, this was a 5-minute gap, I scaled in 1 more contract, and then full TP was 3 more contracts. So it was a 6 contract trade, kind of, not really. Absolutely killing it on this account right now. We are a little over $300 from passing. These are my 3 weeks. We had 1,300 the first week, pretty much break even the second week, and we've taken 1 trade this week, made $1,350. And honestly, if I don't trade again on this account this week, that's completely okay. However, I have a feeling we might be able to pass it this week, either Wednesday or Friday. Definitely not trading Thursday because we have tentative news. We've got PPI and unemployment. Powell's speaking right now, so maybe something will happen. But the government's still shut down, which is kind of weird. I don't know how to really deal with that. However, volatility is great. Amazing. We were able to catch a total of over 150 points on this trade. Absolutely beautiful. And then real quick, let me show you my P&L on my XFA. Kind of rough. I was up like $300 on the short but we hadn't hit one of my targets yet, and so I didn't close. Ended up losing a good amount. One moment. Yeah, we lost 471 today. And so like I could have closed it and been at about $50 positive. However, I didn't hit a target. Like I said, I probably shouldn't have taken that trade. It went against my bias, and it was after AM session had already closed. But I don't know. If that trade would have hit, then I wouldn't be saying this, so I don't know. I don't know how I want to feel about that. I'm not really hurt by it. It's okay. Not that big of a deal. I think I may not record live trading anymore just because I'm trying to manage 2 accounts, and so like I'm using my phone. If I would have, I was recording, but it's kind of a long video. That's why I'm just doing this recap. If I hadn't been recording and I had access to my phone, I could have executed a long a lot sooner. There was one opportunity to get in the long on my XFA. I just didn't execute on it because I was using my laptop on my other account. And if I have access to my phone, well, I can manage both the accounts simultaneously without having to like open multiple tabs and whatnot. And so accounting for that loss, we're up about $900 today, but I'm just going to keep the accounts separate, especially in my mine. They kind of have their own folder. Anyways, beautiful morning, beautiful trading day, absolutely gorgeous. No draw, not much drawdown on this trade. I think I'm not sure if it'll tell us. We got in at what? 902, which was this candle. Yeah, literally we had 0 drawdown. And then so the reason I entered that short, let me show you real quick. I think I still have it marked up. Yeah, let me get rid of these real quick. So we swept London highs right here, and we had this beautiful wick, and I was like, okay, I might actually be able to get a reversal here and take a trade on my XFA. We broke structure here on the 5-minute. We closed below the 79% extension, and we created this inverse fair value gap, and that's whenever I got in. So I wasn't in drawdown like the whole trade. It was looking really good. And then we just completely fucked this gap, and I didn't get stopped out here, but I walked away because I was like, oh, the trade's probably done for. Walked away, came back pretty much to our entry. If I was here, I would have been able to get out, but I wasn't at my laptop, and then we just continued higher. So we ended up getting stopped out, lost on that one. It's okay, not that big of a deal, not too worried about it. With that being said, tomorrow should be beautiful, and Friday should also be pretty good. We do have this tentative news, but it's not high impact, so I'm not too worried about it. If anything, it should just help me. Hopefully, that's the plan there. Let's see if Pal's speaking at the moment. Yeah, he already started talking. And there isn't much going on in the market at the moment, so he's probably doing very good on his speaking. Hopefully he can say something crazy and then we can get a big drop. We'll see the damage tomorrow when we log on, but I'm not going to look at the charts for the rest of the day. Got a few errands to attend to. Get rid of these. W trading day. Hopefully we can pass that account this week and have 2 fundeds going. That way I can kind of trade on the other one. The problem is I'm executing on my combine first and then looking for a follow-up trade on my XFA. So maybe once I'm fully devoted to the XFA, I'll be able to perform a little bit better. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of the week, and I hope to see y'all there. Peace.